Just doing my part to help out the collection agencies. 11 years ago, I moved to a new town and picked up a local phone number so I'd feel settled in. Just a random number from the carrier, nothing special. Within a week, my phone was already ringing off the hook, and it wasn't for me. Can I speak with Shamika Ball? I said no, wrong number, and hung up. Simple enough, except it happened again the next day, and the day after that. At first, I figured it was a fluke, a telemarketer glitch, maybe. But it kept going. 2 or 3 calls a week, always the same name, Shamika Ball. Different numbers calling, different voices, but the same question every time. Most were collection agencies, flat and scripted, like they'd said the same line 1,000 times that morning. A few were from a nursing staffing agency, calling to offer her shifts at hospitals around the area. I told every single one the truth. Wrong number. She doesn't live here. I've never met this woman in my life. Some apologized and moved on. Others were not so pleasant about it. Ma'am, we have this as a current number on file. I understand that, I said, but I've had this number for 2 weeks, and I've never heard the name Shamika Ball before you called me. Are you sure you're not just saying that? That one got under my skin. I wasn't dodging anybody's debt. I was just a random person handed a recycled phone number, and somehow I was guilty by association. One woman flat out told me she'd note in her file that I was uncooperative, like I was the one who owed the money. The calls slowed after about 2 years, down to once or twice a month instead of twice a week, but they never fully stopped. I'd be at work, or cooking dinner, or half asleep on a Sunday morning, and my phone would light up with some 800 number, and I already knew before I answered. By year 4, I was still getting them, still explaining myself to strangers about a woman I had never met. One evening, a guy from a collections office got especially pushy, insisting I was lying, practically accusing me of screening her calls for her. Sir, I promise you, if I knew this woman, I would gladly give you her actual number, just to get you people to stop calling mine. He hung up on me without another word. That was the moment something in me just decided, fine. If they wanted Shamika Ball so badly, I was going to find her. I sat down that night with my laptop and did a local Facebook search for the name. There was exactly one Shamika Ball in my area code, and her profile picture was her in blue scrubs, standing in front of a hospital sign, smiling. A nurse, of course. From there, it took maybe 20 minutes to find her LinkedIn. Full work history, her nursing license listed, even a staffing agency profile page with her specialties and the facility she was currently placed at. It was all just sitting out there in public, no digging required. I saved it all in a note on my phone. Name, LinkedIn, current employer, the agency she worked through. I didn't do anything with it right away. I just wanted it ready. Sure enough, a few weeks later, another collector called asking for her. Actually, I said, I don't know her personally, but I did some digging a while back since I keep getting these calls. She works as a nurse at Riverside Medical Center, and she's staffed through Halcyon Nursing Partners. Might want to try reaching her through her employer instead of this number. There was a pause on the line, like the woman wasn't expecting an actual answer. Oh, thank you, that's actually really helpful. Happy to help, I said. Anything to get you guys to stop calling me. I did that same thing 3 or 4 more times over the next couple months. Whenever a collector called, I calmly explained the situation and handed over her current employer information, sometimes even the specific unit she was working on if her LinkedIn had updated. I wasn't rude about it. I was practically customer service at that point. Every single one of them thanked me. One guy said I'd saved him probably 2 hours of database searching. And then, nothing. No more calls. Not for Shamika, not for anyone. My phone went completely quiet on that front for the first time in 4 years. I don't know exactly what happened once those agencies started calling her job instead of my cell phone. Maybe her employer got an earful. Maybe she finally had to deal with whatever she'd been avoiding for years. I never found out, and I never needed to. All I know is I spent 4 years being accused of lying about a woman I'd never met, getting hung up on, getting quietly labeled as difficult in some stranger's call log. Then one night I got tired of being the wrong number, opened a laptop, and handed her right back to the people looking for her. I never got another call asking for Shamika Ball again.